Yeah. And our clock was the brightest yet.
As soon as our friend Kit here tells us.
Yeah.
We're online. Ringing the bell, so we all tune our ears.
They're showing you the
That's
Ding, ding, ding.
somebody else that's not on the scene. It's got some help from the supervisor.
right. Someone showing you.
I was just gonna say, oh, we're old. Yes, we are.
Say John Condon here or
In
something.
incognito now.
And if it comes to a vote, I won't be here. I'll send an attorney.
Okay, this is the,
This is ours?
Did I give you the wrong one?
I think you did.
okay, we'll
I'm
call the meeting
like,
to order.
I
This is the
guess so.
McHenry County Zoning Board of Appeals. This petition is right here in front of me. Got it, okay. This is number 2024-031. PIN number is 14-17-426-009, and the address is 708 Walkup Road in Crystal Lake. The request is for an A2 Agriculture District to an E1 Estate District with a variation to reduce the minimum lot frontage from 150 feet to 135 feet. The applicants are David and Kimberly May. I assume that that's you. Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, we will start with the board introductions, and I'll start on my left.
Mary Donner, Greenwood Township.
Robert Cozen, Algonquin Township.
Charlie Eldridge, Richmond Township.
And I'm Vicki Gartner, Nunda Township. I almost forgot.
Kurt Snell, O'Reilly Township.
Thomas Jers, Coral Township.
Okay, so you've been here before, I remember you. So you kind of know how we do things here. We only have 6 members today, so at the end of the hearing portion of the meeting, then I'll ask you if you want to vote, or if you want us to vote, or if you want to continue. So go ahead and explain to us what it is exactly that you want to do.
Let's swear in.
Oh, yes, let's swear you in. Why don't I have, oh, here it is. Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
And did we read in the part about the publication and all that?
Here we go. Okay, the publisher's certificate of publication from a newspaper is dated May 25th, 2024, and thereby meets the ordinance requirements. The affidavit of posting was signed and date posted was June 6th, 2024, and thereby meets the ordinance requirements. The affidavit of mailing was signed and date mailed was May 23rd, 2024, and thereby meets the ordinance requirements. The survey has been checked against the petition, legal notice, and the publication in the newspaper, and all 3 match. The filing fees have been paid. The endangered species consultation was not required for this petition, and the McHenry County Soil and Water Conservation District report has been received. That is NRI number L22-058-4449. Okay. So will you agree to waive the reading of the petition?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so please introduce yourselves and tell us exactly what you want to do.
I'm David May. What we're trying to do here is I'm trying to subdivide it to make it buildable for a house for our children. That's basically it.
Okay. And the frontage is not wide enough for an E2, E1, E2,
E1.
E1.
It's just, well, we are, actually, I don't know how close it went to the middle of the street, so I only thought it was 7 feet or something like that, but I guess it's not going to the middle of the street, so it's actually like 14 feet, almost 15 feet short. I was just trying to keep the property straight and just so it's not zigzaggedy and, you know, just kind of making it simpler for the plat survey, I guess.
So it looks pretty on paper, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, does the board have any questions for the petitioners? Starting with Mary?
I'm a neophyte here. I'm good, but I have a question. The question I have is, why didn't you cut this part out back in
November
October of
23.
last year.
That's two separate, it was kind of a complicated thing. I was dealing with a lawyer at the time. We were trying to do that, there was a lot of confusion on that, so we simplified things. It was, I guess we'd have to do two different applications anyways, from my understanding. So by having to do two, we just finish the one first, and we figured we'd have just do this again later, so
Okay,
that's all.
that's all I have.
Mr. Cozen?
Yes, thank you. Do you have access to Bridlewood Lane?
Yes, 60 feet.
So is your intent to have access to the property should it go forward in development off of Bridlewood?
Yeah, I already have approval for a road in another township.
Off of Bridlewood?
Yes.
I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Can I go back for just a second? Your neighbors have no issue with this?
I don't think so. I mean, we've talked to the one guy that's actually on that one side. I don't think no one said anything that they would care about it, so.
Yeah, it's just, I'm more from the Briarwood side because I've seen that kind of thing happen before and people aren't necessarily thrilled with having
Yeah.
an extra driveway and another piece of property coming in when it's never been there before. That's okay, thank you.
Yeah, I understand that, and I would understand that, yeah.
But they haven't said anything yet, it's posted, so
Nobody's here.
nobody's here. And Nunde Township approved it, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
Well, the woman that owned the property, Hazel, what was her last name? Not Stevens. Hazel, the one that did all this planning for the future, I think at one time probably she kept the access to the cul-de-sacs of 60 feet.
Okay.
Normally, in a cul-de-sac, everybody knows they own all the way to the middle of it. But so when they bought their houses, they knew that the possibility existed.
Okay, but your address is going to be on the other street, on
Right.
walk up.
Or, no, I'm not sure.
May I address that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
So according to our addressing ordinance, the address is assigned based on the location of the driveway.
So then you will be on Briarwood.
Okay, Mr. Eldridge?
Thank you.
Yes, I just have one, and it's not a very important question. In the packet, you addressed in writing the standards for map amendments. Would you adopt those into your testimony so that we can consider them as
Part of the
responded as part of the record?
The explanation that I gave in?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, that's my only question.
Okay. And the same thing for the variation? Okay, great. So are you planning on building, or are you letting your?
I'll most
kids
likely be the general contractor. Yeah, I got a few models that I'd be building a compatible house with the neighborhood, maybe even nicer, but, I was a contractor most of my life, so I'd probably be general in it.
Okay, so it's going to be closer to the cul-de-sac?
It would be more towards the wooded area on the,
On the west?
yeah, it would probably be, the way I marked it and measured it, it's like kind of right in here,
Okay.
right where the tree line is there.
Are you farming that property now?
Am I farming it? Yes. It's all hay and alfalfa right now.
Okay, are you going to continue to farm part of it?
Yes, for now.
Okay. All right, that's all I have. Mr. Schnabel?
I'm just guessing everyone out there is on septic and well, right?
Yes.
So you probably run your septic to the east of the house. Looks like there's plenty of room for that, so that's all I had.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have a
Just
soil
curious.
test, I think, already
Perk tested.
done, yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Chase?
No questions.
Okay. All right. Anna, do you have any questions?
No questions at this time?
Okay, well, can you give us your staff report? then?
Sure, okay. As noted, this property was rezoned to A2 this past year or so. The surrounding zoning in the area is estate classifications, E1, with some R1 to the west there. The surrounding land use is predominantly residential in nature in the area. And our future land use map shows it as developing with residential uses. Staff has no objection to the reclassification. Before someone asked me, the public was concerned when the rezoning came through last year, so I was expecting to have questions, comments this time, but I have heard nothing from the public.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Question?
Sure.
Thank you. What would be then the front lot lines, since we have two lines that adjoin public streets?
It will probably still be, along,
Welcome.
walk up, thank you. Drew a blank there for a second.
So then the setback, front yard setback would be measured from walk-up?
Correct.
So that may have an implication in terms of the house size?
Not their size, but their location, yes.
Their location, house
Yes.
location, sorry.
Yes.
There should be plenty of room there.
I would anticipate that it would be where David had indicated that he wanted, is probably okay, might need to be pushed back a little bit to the east, but wouldn't be by much if it does.
Thank you for the deep dive into zoning.
Certainly. Anybody else have questions for Anna? Okay. All right, would you like to make a closing statement, or do you want to just stand pat with where you got?
Well, just to reiterate, it's just basically pretty simple. We want to build a house for our family. You know, we got a large family, and that's my only plan.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so as I said before, we do have only 6 board members here today, so if you'd like to continue to voting, we can do that, or if you'd rather continue until we have 7, a full board, then you have that option as well.
I would welcome a vote.
Okay, all right, in that case, I will close the hearing portion of the meeting, and we'll move on to the voting portion.
Madam Chairman, I move acceptance of the petition.
Second.
This is the hard part for me. Okay, any comments, Mr. Eldridge?
No, I think this is pretty simple. This is a residential area. It creates a residential estate lot.
Oh, let me interrupt you for a second. Do you want to do this as both the
Yes.
zoning change and the variation
Yes.
together?
Yes.
And I will
Okay.
second on both as well.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
It creates a 2+ acre residential lot, which is entirely compatible with everything else in the general area. It breaks off the 2+ acres from a 8+ acre lot that probably was a larger parcel once upon a time, but it is now completely surrounded with residential housing. It's on a busy street walk-up. They've indicated that the access is likely to be off a cul-de-sac from the neighboring subdivision. It still is off that busy street walk-up. It is completely compatible with the neighborhood. It is compatible with the 2030 plan. It is right in the wheelhouse of zoning for a parcel like this. The requested variance makes me slightly uncomfortable, but it's just minor, and because of that, I don't object to that either. And I recommend, I will vote in favor, and I will recommend that my fellow board members do as well.
Ms. Steiner?
I agree with Mr. Eldridge, and I will be voting in favor.
Okay. Mr. Cozen?
I will support the recommendation of my colleague and be voting in favor.
Okay. Mr. Schnabel?
I support it as well.
Mr. Drews?
I agree.
Okay. And I agree as well. I remember when you came in before, it was kind of a hairball, and now it's gonna be all sorted out and clean and neat, and you don't have to come back again.
Yeah.
Okay, so, we've had the motion and the second, and I will call for the roll. Mr. Eldridge?
Yes.
Mr. Cozen?
Yes.
Mr. Schnabel?
Yes.
Mr. Jers?
Yes.
Ms. Donner?
Yes.
And I will vote yes as well. So this will go to the county board, next month, I think. This is the
There needs to be
13th.
30 days. We just squeaked by, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So this will go to the county board next week for final approval. We just make the recommendation here, as you know. We have no power whatsoever. So that's it, and I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Another short one.
Yeah. Take it.